here. A powerful relic stolen from our vaults, and they send a single pledge shield. Have they gone completely mad? Who knows how many like it were in that vault, and how many stolen already? Let's go in. We'll see what we find there. You're far from it now, but it hangs over everything like a putrid fog. Sverri Kora and Melson Shear is Amalur, and commands the Warsworn at the front. This place is mine alone to watch. Once we had shields enough to stand guard here day and night. Then the war came, and off to Cluricon they went. Now I come on my own once a fortnight and inspect the grounds. You can see where that got us. Mike Castellan dislikes dust and old things that aren't sung in a tavern, so looking after them, worrying about them, falls to me. In this vault lies every cursed, chaotic tool ever taken from our foes, before we became simple mercenaries. Its doors, its walls, its very floors are imbued with magic to keep these dangerous and powerful things in, and everything else out. They were using it to summon Niskaru in those caverns. Terrible. This is what comes of forgetting and ignoring. You'll see in a moment. The outer doors are open, but that's no concern. It's the inner door that's always locked. Only Gryan has that key. Come, this way. The inner door. That shouldn't be open. Mages? Are these the same ones from Brigand Hall? You there! Stop at once! I found this in the leader's hand. It's the key to the vault. Or maybe a copy of it. Can't tell for sure. No knowing how many times they've been in here when they knew I wasn't about. We were lucky to come when we did. Return to Helmgard. Gryan Shane won't like this, but he'll have to hear of it all the same. It was clasped in the leader's hand. I'll show it to Gryan Shane when I report to him. I must report to Gryan immediately. Meet back at Helmgard.
I'm glad you're here. I've taken the precaution of jailing Gwyn. A bit heavy-handed, I know. But this is a serious matter, and only necessary until we've cleared this up. That vault was hers to watch over. This can't help but put her under suspicion. We have a small jail at the back of the keep. Useful enough, between the freemen and other sorts you find on the plains. Well, on the one hand, she was always consumed with all that dusty history, but it just doesn't seem like her. Fact is, if not Gwyn, someone helped those mages get in. But who? And how? The vault was Gwyn's responsibility. There's no getting around that. Until it's clear precisely what happened, she'll remain where she is. Things in that vault are fine for songs and tales of Eamon. They make the Warsworn seem more legendary and grand. It's all dusty nonsense to me. Yes, these mages, the Farlangi, was that it? They stole the relic, of course. But they must have had help from inside to get in. Your search must continue. She never mentioned a key. Withholding evidence as well. The girl broods so. Suppose I'm not surprised. I do want to know what became of that key. Something else, Splitshield.
Welcome. Most pledge shields arrive, get trained, then head on.
Don't tell me you believe I had a hand in this. After all you've seen, this is a nightmare. I do, but I blame the Warsworn leadership so much more. After my parents, after all my warnings. What is the saying? They who ignore the past are fated to repeat it. But Gryan would rather sweep this under the rug. That is why I'm here. I wish I knew. Today's Warsworn aren't heroes or demon slayers, just mercenaries. Soldiers. Gryan Shane is a shining specimen of the modern Warsworn. That our old enemy still lurks somewhere in the shadows? Yes, often and always upon deaf ears. My parents were loyal Warsworn, but the Order turned its back on them. They would not help, let alone... Forgive me. I am not used to talking of such things. You will surely face more of those mages. In my strongbox by my bed, you will find a ring of mothers. I want you to have it. The key! Gods damn it! He was in such a rush to throw me in here, I forgot! Take it. Show it to Gryan. If it is a copy, I know a master locksmith in Tyrant's Rest who might be able to help. I'll be alright. Just go solve this, and get me out of here. Does he think this will all go away after he locks me up? That those mages and their Niskara will vanish just because he shuts his eyes? Huh. Every cursed object from the times of the First Sworn we keep in that vault under lock, key, and other protections. It was only a matter of time before some villain found a way in. As much magic and artistry has gone into that key as into the lock, casting a working copy would be no simple task. Despite their loyalty to the Order, the Warsworn could never admit that our own history was intertwined with their deaths. And now this, as if they were spitting on my parents' graves. It is described in our histories, a thing of great power won by Aegon from an evil mage. We know little else. Before you found it, we didn't even know it could be used to call forth Niskaro. We didn't know it, but someone did. First, speak with the Castellan. If the key is a copy, then you must seek the Master Locksmith in Tyrant's Rest.
He put Gwyn and Way behind bars.
Well, hello. The swords I have left are of good make. Sworn to war.
Welcome to Helmgard.
What's this now? A key found among the vault intruders. I see. Well, I can say for certain that it's not the original. That was the first thing I checked after you went off to the vault. As I told you, the first thing I did was verify the key was safe and sound in its proper place, which means what you found is an impossibly perfect copy. Ah, yes, the gnome, Tarion. He'd know something of how this was done. Did Gwyn suggest this? She always did have a head for these things. Although, if she's behind this, the gnome could be a trap. Be wary, Pledge Shield.
If Gwyn's guilty, I'm a Cruddock's arse.
Most pledge shields arrive, get trained.
Don't know what it'll take to make this farm a farm again. Me and my Cerebel have wandered far and wide, driven off by the war, driven back by rogues and scoundrels. Those were terrible times. What I'd like to know is why Tawilli's still an ugly scar, and the Forsaken Plains are worse. But here, you'd hardly know it happened. That's my pretty love. Don't know where I'd be without her. This farm isn't as it was long ago. It's forgotten us. That's what it's done. Goodbye.
Hello! You've come to Nareen Farm. What's left of it, that is. Here we are after years away, and it's as if, well, as if the Earth's forgotten us. Oh, he's a bit quiet, I know, but he's the man for me. Wouldn't have no other. Look at it, laid out before you. How many nights that we've been lonesome wanderers have I dreamed of seeing this again, and now, at last, we've returned. Me and Arik here have come back to farm our land. We've been many years away, endured many a trial and hardship to return. Without some kind of miracle, it's no farm at all. Mind you, I'm well aware that's just how Tyrion's Rest wants it. To think we once called them friends and neighbors. Am I right, Arik? When the war came and burned our farm, they turned their backs on the likes of us. That, or it's forgotten how to be a farm. We'll have no choice but to leave, unless some miracle comes and... Why, Arik dear, we'd clean forgot the paling wand. Oh, but it's deep in the hollow, and the Adaris Hollow's not safe at all. Well, if the stories are true, Arik's granddad used it to tame this high land and make crops grow. He'd always say how he had to return it to the hollow, so the hollow's magic could fill it up again. Our seeds don't take, or they turn into other plants. The weeds grow monstrous, and the tilled earth wanders out of planted rows. It's hopeless. You would? There are all sorts of wild fae in there. Oh, but that wand would save us. Adaris Hollow's due south, just below the bluff. If you can bring the wand to us, I don't know how we'll thank you. Let us hope it is, or we'll have no choice but to leave once more. Well, you'll find the hollow due south, and the slope down from the bluff. So long.
For 500 summers, autumns, winters, and springs, the blossoms on my pearl tree bloomed ceaselessly and wantonly and fair. Why today have they fallen like tears? A dark doubt whispers, these flowers will not come again. First, the Pearl Tree. Then the shapes of trees and heads and hawks, made by the white caps of the waves before they crashed. Then 1,000 other wonders in my lands have faded, failed, and fallen still. All I know and love is slipping from my grasp.
I saw you speaking with the vagrants on Beggar's Bluff. What lies have they told you? Why have you come this way? You must not. Lyria has cast them out. The very fact that they must debase our blessed valley with Fae sorcery proves it. Instead, you should bring the wand to me, Priestess Orella will destroy it, and that will be an end to that. They will be forced to go. Gallifor has been sanctified and blessed by Lyria. Those who weathered her wrath unscathed are blessed as well. We are truly blessed that she is here to lead us. I'm fortunate she holds me in her closest confidence. Those heights across the Vale went by another name before the war. Now, because of the filthy refugees who wander in from the Western Plains, we call it Beggar's Bluff. I will not deny the Nareens lived here once. I even played with Arak as a girl, but they have no place here anymore. Lyria did not shield them from the Tuatha. It was against her will that they remain. Only to see those vagrants leave our land peacefully, nothing more. Fear not, you will be rewarded with gold as well as Lyria's grace.
been to the Hollow? Did you find the Paling Wand? Why, I remember her. Weaselly and cruel behind folks' backs. Always trailed in Aurella's skirt tails, whatever she did. That Aurelia, she was what you'd call quite a bit adventurous before the war came and she took up the priestess mantle. 1,000 blessings on your head. Look, Arik, the Paling Wand, just as your grandfather spoke of it. You've given us hope when we needed it most. We have little to offer but these herbs. Take them, and bless you. I, for one, will take great joy in wishing her sour face a blessed day every time we meet. The Paling Wand will let us make a farm of this abandoned waste. Not without sweat and toil, mind you, but make it all the same. For now.
Will I watch the last of life flow from my land? Will I stand still as stone while the essence of its beauty drains away? No. Like Issa, girding armor against Own, I, Mihari, will wrestle with the sinking sun, if that is what it takes to keep my land. It was then that Issa brought forth the talisman of fate and entered the marsh. This craven arena, a place of life and death. The winds carried the songs of the dying. The mire sucked the bones of armies below the sea loam. And the mist shielded the eyes of your ancestors from the horror as the two armies clashed.
Can't stop now. It's good to keep working. It reminds me that I'm still alive, that you say stay alert.
But you've saved us. Billis and I thank you for that. Beware the forest!
Who goes there? Stand forth. You, what do you think you're doing here? State your business or leave. Not much I can tell you about the good priestess. For one, I'm not sure she can't hear us even now. Her power covers this town and she coddles it like a newborn child. Smothers it sometimes, if you ask me. I imagine it's a fine enough village. If you don't mind some going on about Lyria, then you're not a refugee. It's what we've got for a prison here. Common cells off that way. They don't get much use. Hardly none at all. Then there's, well, there's what lies beyond this door, which is neither for you nor I to go poking about in. I'm paid to guard this cove, and that's what I do. No one enters, no one leaves. None but the good priestess, or Old White Nil. He's the priestess's old watchdog, that's what he is, and my commander. She says bark, he barks, bite, he bites. He keeps me and the militia orderly, and sits on his bench, that's all. None of your worry, for one, nor mine neither. Doesn't matter what strange sounds he makes at what queer hours of the day and night. Oh, blimey. Nobody makes sounds but the sea herself and the howling winds. Very sorry, but I've got strict orders. Not to raise that door, not for a living soul, save White Nil or the priestess. Yes, that would be quite a shame, wouldn't it? Why don't you go on through, and not mention this to, anyone?
Yes? It's safe from here to Revere.
Yes?
You are not Nil the White, nor the priestess. Have you come to laugh, or to beg me for oracles? She saps the power from my limbs and uses it for her own. She is as the cypress, standing tall in a calm, yet bending in the slightest breeze. It was he and the priestess who put me here. He returns from time to time to sputter and gloat with his scarred thoughts. They brought me here to know the future, wanting riches, wanting luck. When I could give them none of those things, they spat and called me Tuatha and left. Nothing at all. I sit in reverie. I cannot stretch beyond the confines of this circle. Because the priestess and Nil the White put me here, and I cannot leave. It is a prison of powerful magic. The magic of the children of dust. Magic that is strange to me. Yes, more than anything. But as you see, I cannot. There is the gate, which Nil the White can unlock with his key. And there is the circle, my true prison, which can be broken by words only the priestess herself knows. Is that why you have come? You'll need Nil's key to open this gate. The magic words of the priestess will release me from her circle. The gate swings open, but I am no freer than I was. Can you break this circle, mortal?
You should not have given those wretches the wand. Now they will cling to that ruined farm. They stain the sanctity of our land.
For truly, my children, we are loved and blessed by Lyria. Lyria, goddess of fate, who holds the cards that spell our mortal lives. Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace, be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children.
Tuatha, Sealy, they're all the same.
Lyria's light be upon you.
I have heard from Graham how you aided those vagrants. I am disappointed that you did not do what was right. However, all that comes to pass is within Lyria's plan. Time and faith will reveal her vision. We must do what we can for our Alfar soldiers across the water. Mayra, our innkeep, takes donations for the cause. In the 10 years since war swept across these plains, I have guided this village by Lyria's light and by the wisdom of her teachings. I was a humble student of faith when I heard the call. It was so keen and clear. I left the temple that day to serve my people as I could. By my Lady Lyria's grace, I have the power to heal and to cure. Our village is a lesson in Lyria's blessings. Take the 2 villages, Tirin's Rest and Kuln. When the Tuatha struck this land, which stood strong? That which loved Lyria most. You may visit its ruins on the coast. They are a testament to what befall all who displease my Lady of Fate. Aethiof's daughter, and the others who went to resettle there showed great ignorance as to the finality of her will. When the war brought Fae to our doors, there was but one righteous Almain, our own Aethiof. That is why we welcomed him and his willful daughter to our home. I am sure I don't know what you are speaking of. Do what? Are you accusing a daughter of Lyria of... Do you know who I am? If you persist in speaking nonsense, I will ask you to leave Tirin's Rest. I have nothing more to say to you. You are forgiven, as it is Lyria's nature to forgive. You, there. See that a guard keeps watch within my sanctuary.
Where would we be without Priestess Coralon?
No crime troubles this pious village.
Keep the peace in Tirin's Rest.
I have rolled up the song within these lands, raked the life from the bones of the earth. I've left it shivering and stripped bare. I hold its dying magic in my arms.
here, but don't go south.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive, yet the strong and the proud fall beneath her displeasure. Go in peace, be guided and blessed by Lyria, my children.
My powers return. Benevolent child of dust, accept this gift. Find me among hill and dale. If you are hurt, I will heal you. The spell is cut like the tree's deep root. What power she took from me have ceased to flow. First, I must leave this cave a little while, mortal, and renew myself with the land. I have not yet made up my mind what turn of seasons are due to him. I do not think they will be mild.
Those she holds dear prosper and thrive. Oh, I know you are the one who freed that danger. Yes, danger. He came to me, cursed me. My powers are gone. I cannot heal or protect the people of my village. And then what he did to White Nil. The poor man. He is down in the cove now, crawling around like a mindless animal. That Fae stole my power, but what it did to Nil... What misery you've brought on our heads! Don't you dare! I will share from the collection with you. Will that keep you quiet? Bereft of his senses after the Fae, he's gone down into the cove, and nothing I say will make him come out again. Even if I had my former powers, I would not waste them on you, you meddling ingrate.
Old Nareen Farm is back again.
Please, can't you help? I need someone to travel to the Tawili coast. It's my daughter. The village stood alone along the Tawili coast, overlooking the sea. It was one of the first places to fall when the Tuatha invaded. Culn has been abandoned for years, and it's a place best forgotten. Anella was determined to rebuild it, though. This is my adopted home. The people have been good to me here. But there is no use talking to them of certain things. I gave up trying long ago. It's the land that lies along the western edge of the Forian Strait. The coast bore the brunt of the Tuatha invasion 10 years ago. I'm a merchant, originally of Culn, and I have seen my share of grief. Anella led a group of refugees to the town of Culn. I warned her not to go, but she's always been a strong-willed girl. I should have heard from her by now, and the caravanners say that bands of Tuatha have landed on the coast. If anything happened to Anella, I don't know what I'd do. Please, help me. It's been 10 years since we drove the Tuatha from these lands, and still the refugees are living in tents on the Forsaken Plain. They've talked of resettling Culn. Anella took up their cause and agreed to lead them there. You will? At last! Mitharu bless you, friend. Anella led the refugees to the ruins of Culn on the Tawili coast. Look for her there. If she's hurt, bring her back safely. If she's dead... I know what Culn meant to her. She was just a child when we fled. But this is folly. Even though the Tuatha army is held inside Cluricon, small groups can sneak through the mountains and across the water. It's happened before. If the rumors are true, Anella and the refugees will be right in the path of any raiders. The ruins lie south of Rathia and the old battleground. If there's trouble, the settlers may have hidden, possibly in the village. My Anella, I'm so worried.
Come out! We know you're in here. Somewhere.
Are they gone? Hello? Is somebody there? Thank goodness, they're gone. I see I have you to thank. You and my clever hiding place. Can't imagine what those churls were after. They kept barking on about the war sworn this and kill me that. But now tell me, what can I do to repay you? A brief lesson in the art of locks, perhaps? Louts and fools! I could see they wanted blood, so I dove for my hiding place. And not a moment too soon. You have done me a good turn, Warsworn. Therefore, I am more than happy to share some of my considerable wisdom in the art of locks with you. One of my finest ideas. I built it precisely for times like these. What? Do you mean it didn't work? This is one of my greatest achievements. I recreated that ancient marvel perfectly. I promised that pledge shield. Fennin, that was her name. I promised her. Surely she had permission, yes? She swore to me. Oh, I see. The original, truly an ancient wonder. Surely the combined work of war-sworn craftsmen and luminaries of the Scholia Arcana. For Pledge Shield Fennin, yes. Now, if you will see yourself out, I have a mess to clean up.
Welcome to Brad and Sergrin. What brings the likes of you to our peaceful little town? If it's trade, Aethiof and I are more than happy to have your business. We buried our things during the war. I left something I love, but with all the danger there, I won't go wading back. Just an old merchant enjoying a comfortable life in the countryside, although trade has been rather slow lately. I've gone and run on at the mouth again. Tyrion's Rest is a lovely place, and what's done is done, and locked away and forgotten. Trade is good. Not what you'll find in Rathir, to be sure, but please, have a look for yourself. My business partner, poor fellow, he's lost so much to the coast. Now his own daughter's gone back there. It'd be a risky venture to say it will end well. Good day, then.
Every month, the general inspection. Making trouble.
Not a stain anywhere, do you understand? Welcome.
How would Grimes say? You're accepted here to this keep. Goodbye.
The locksmith Pledgeshield Fennin, you say? Stole my key, had it copied, handed it to the enemy? We must confront her at once. For it! Henry! Seize her! Pledgeshield Fennin's in the cells now. Go see if she'll talk. We've got to get to the bottom of this. Ought to have worn the damn thing around my neck. Or station guards outside my quarters. Never thought it would come to that. Hardly fair to hold her accountable when my own key was stolen. Best to forgive and forget all around, I think. What concerns me is whether anything else was stolen. It's not as if I've got an inventory of what's down there. Yes, yes indeed. The duty's yours. I think she will tell us what she knows.
Greetings.
She went willingly enough. Strange that. They never doubted Gwyn. I suppose the Castellan just wanted someone to blame. And there she was. Right then.
I'll confess. I'm ready. I know I can never make amends for the deaths I've caused. But I will try. I stole the key and had it copied. I gave it to... He swore he worked for the Alfar army, that this could end the war. I knew they were stealing powerful things from that vault. But he said the Warsworn were refusing to use them in the war against the Fae, so we could keep getting paid to fight. A man named Elben Merok. I knew him from... that does not matter. He said he's a soldier in Tewili, though we always met pretty far south of the barracks, near the way into the marsh. My sister, my brother, all fought and died in Chloricon. I thought what I did would help end it, not let slip Niskaru and Dalantarth. Oh, what have I done? Grian was a mentor. He was my champion, and I betrayed him. Stealing the key was the hardest part. Every moment, I was sure he would return and notice it missing. Once the original was returned and I had the copy, there was nothing to it. No one suspected quiet little Livia. That's what the mages in Brigand Hall called themselves? I've never heard the word before. I knew Elben from a time before the Warsworn. When he first came to me, I wouldn't even speak to him. But he kept at it, telling lies, offering hope for an end to the war that has so troubled my heart. In the army, as I said. The only place I've ever seen him is with his friends, where Tewili joins Akatha.
Every month, more freemen making trouble.
Given this turn of events, you are to find this Merok character. Extract from him what you can. I have other work for Gwyn. Meet her in Rathir when you're done. First, I will have her tend to that vault. High time it was cleaned and catalogued. After that, these mages call themselves Farlungi, right? I'd like to see what kind of footprints that name leaves behind. Did you see the look on her face when we seized her? Hard to tell if it was more fear or relief. Follow the trail, Warsworn. Someone copied that key and stole who knows how many artifacts from our vault. Go as far as you can to find them, then meet up with Gwyn in Rathir. Or the army? Help with the war? My gods!
The Castellan falls in a fountain. Armor shine, sword sharp.